What's up with it, big homie?
Hey,
Coolin'?
pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing out there, man?
I'm chilling, man. Just came over here to my grandmother's house.
Hey, man, you know what I mean? Family's the best thing to do nowadays, man. There's not much to do with
Yeah,
the coronavirus.
for real. Before that,
But I
before
won't take
that,
you away from your grandparents too long, man. But I do want to ask you, like, what made you decide to get into the music industry?
life situations. I went to like prison and all that, like growing up in poverty. All that. That really just made me want to pursue it. But I've been knowing how to, write songs and everything since I was about 9. So like I just started pursuing it once I had got out of prison.
And you know what, man? It's actually pretty good that you actually got that, because man, I'm telling you, you're one of the hottest artists right now out in Dallas, Texas, man. I'm telling you, we down here in Canada, we've been really messing with your music. We've really been enjoying it, man. So I'm telling you, you keep making it, I'm gonna keep spinning it.
For sure, for sure. I got some, I got some more pressure on the way for you, man. Just waiting on management to drop it.
Hey, man, and speaking of that, man, you actually, your record label is actually Nonstop Grind Records. If you
Right,
can
right,
you tell
right.
us a bit more about that record label? And of course, how did that deal actually come to
Um,
be for you?
well, the CEO is actually my uncle. So like I was already pursuing music for like a year, and then he had the 18-wheeler truck company and everything. So I told him, let's start a label and go and get behind me and push this music. And from there, it just here we is today.
Hey, man, I bet you he's happy. He jumped ship to the music industry, man,
Yeah,
The trucking company is good, but
he's still in the trucking industry too. He just like he jumped into the music with me.
so how long has he been doing it for? Like, who else is currently signed to your
Uh,
guys' record label?
we've been doing music series with the label for about 3.5 years.
That's what's up, man. You know what? I can see you guys doing it a long time as well, man. Like I said, you guys put together some masterpieces.
Yeah, we've been working, man. I got so many songs right now. Like I literally don't have to record, and I can drop music for years.
Hey, man, that's good, though. That it doesn't take you away from your family very much. You can put an album together and just
Right.
drop it for the fans.
I record like 8 songs per hour, so like I go in there and work.
And when I actually first discovered you, man, was actually a couple of years ago. You actually performed on Nick Cannon's Wild and Out Live. I have to ask you, what was that experience like being in front of all those people doing Wild and Out?
Look, actually, they had ended up canceling the whole show on us, like, cause Nick Cannon had his kids there, so they wouldn't let nobody in, like me, Yellow Beezy, Lil Running Mother F. We all outside trying to wait to get in. Like they had ended up canceling that.
Because I remember seeing the promos and stuff, like them
Yeah, they
advertising that you
promoted it.
guys were going to be on it.
Yeah, they promoted it tough, but like they ended up canceling because he said something with the fire marshal and his kids was there.
Did they ever like redo it, or like he just
Nah,
kind of like?
they had redone another one in Dallas, but that's when they had got Asian Dog.
Hey, well, I'm going to say if Nick Cannon comes across this, we need JunyaBoy on Wild now, like ASAP.
Sure.
Cannon, make it happen.
Sure. Like listen, for sure. No, I'm witty and I can freestyle, so like yeah, we need to get that going. We need to make that happen.
Oh man, I think they're scared, bro. I think you would destroy them.
Yeah.
But also, man, in 2018, you actually did a song with one of my favorite artists, actually Little Flip, called Dummy Potion. I have to ask, how
Oh
did you
yeah.
get connected with Little Flip, man? And what was it like
Oh,
working with him?
actually, North Texas Country Studio had hit me up, and this guy by the name of Asher Underwood, who had shot the truth about the truth about Tupac, the story. Him,
Okay.
they had actually contacted me, and they were telling me that Lil Flip was in West Texas. So I mean, yeah, West Texas. So I went out there to West Texas to go record. First, we done a little freestyle cipher. When we done the cipher on YouTube too. But yeah, when we done that, we just ended up vibing on a beat, and that's how the Dummy Potion came out.
And do you have any like more like projects with Little Flip in the future, or is that the only one that you guys actually worked on together?
I mean, I'm open to it. I'm open to it, but as of right now, it's not nothing like we got in the making. But I'm open to working with pretty much anybody.
Because I really do think you and Little Flip have phenomenal chemistry on a track, man. So we really
Like,
do need another JunyaBoy and Little Flip track for sure.
I kind of dumbed it down. Like I kind of dumbed it down on that song a whole lot. Like, cause if you listen to some of my music, like I get real lyrical. But like I actually dumbed it down. It's just like the song I got right now. I actually dumbed it down, to make a more industry sound. But like yeah, like I mean, I'm open to it. You know, like I'm open to it always.
And man, I saw a picture actually on your Instagram of you and like Too Short. I have to ask you, how did that? Can you tell us a story behind that picture? And what
Uh,
was it like meeting Too Short?
we was in Virgin Islands DJ retreat. Virgin Islands Go DJ retreat, core DJ retreat. We was in the Virgin Islands and they had a little seminar and everything. I ended up performing and everything, you know. So like I met Too Short, Slim Thug, Lil Kiki, DJ Funky, um, Tony Neal, you know, everybody was down there, like everybody.
Sounds like one hell of a great party. I'll tell you that for a
It
fact.
was great. Like we was down there for like about 3 weeks at a little retreat. We was at the Windward Passage Resort down there in the Virgin Islands.
How many like shows did you do within those 3 weeks, or was it just like one show then a vacation?
Uh, we actually went to the club only one night, so like that's the night everybody was performing. But mostly everything else, we was getting knowledge on the music industry. That's basically what
That's
it
actually
was.
good though. You know what I mean? That's really cool. You get to perform, get a little seminar, and then especially on a retreat, man. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong with that.
Overseas, for real.
And also in 2018, actually, you posted a picture on your Instagram as well about you receiving an award from the mayor of Dallas, Texas. I have to ask you, what was that award for? And like, of course, like,
Um,
how did it feel to be recognized by your community?
it actually wasn't my award, but Dero got the key to Dallas, the key to the city of Dallas, and he invited me to come up there with him. You know, that's we real good people. We real good friends. So, you know, he invited me up there to come with him. Like so, he got the key to the city, and he wanted them to see my face and everything. So, you know, I went up there for that to support him.
Hey, man, it's always good to support your friends. And I can really see this happening, man. I can see you getting the key to the city next. And I'm not just pulling your leg, man. I can see it happening.
I got so much I can do for the city, like, cause right now, like, people real biased on this. For it's like in Dallas, it's a popularity contest when it comes to music. You know, that's why we don't have a musical government in Dallas, because the simple fact is real, like it's a popularity contest. It's never gonna work like that, you know. So until Dallas open up, they gonna forever be stuck in these boxes. Just a few people will make it out, you know, like. No, but that's really what's going on with Dallas, man. It's just a big popularity contest.
It sounds like down here in Canada as well, man. Like we have hip hop here in Canada, but you know everyone's competing, but it never really makes it out of Canada. Like we got Drake, you know what I mean? But other than Drake, we don't really have any big, huge artists that really made it out of Canada.
Not hip hop, Justin Bieber, you know.
Unfortunately, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
But no, I gotta say though, man, last year one of my favorite songs that you actually released was last year called "Keeping It G." I have to ask you, tell us a story behind that track, and where can our listeners actually buy themselves a copy?
You can find that track on all streaming platforms. You can also go look at that on YouTube. My phone kind of freezing, but can you still hear me though?
Oh, we can still hear you great. We can still hear you perfectly.
But I actually met Nip like 2 weeks before he passed. You know, I went to California with Mr. Lee, and we was down there. You know, he was at his studio and everything. We was chopping it up. Like I was supposed to be on the Blue Laces 3 with Jay-Z and I forgot who else they said, but I was supposed to be on Blue Laces 3. I'm trying to see what's still finna come about with that. But yeah, I had met Nip like 2 weeks before he passed and everything, and like I had finally made it to Dallas and like kind of settle in when I got the information about like, you know, that had happened to him and everything, you know. So I don't like it. The song really came out just like, you know, me expressing my feelings, like, you know. So that's really how that came about.
And when you met Nipsey Hussle, man, like I have to ask you, what was he like as a person behind the scenes? Because a lot of people have mixed reviews about Nipsey, but I've always heard stories where he was a phenomenal individual, especially for his community.
Right. Like he was a real cool, down to earth person, man. Like if you didn't know of his music or didn't know who he was, you wouldn't know that this was a millionaire, you know, like, cause he was a real down to earth, cool person, man. Like I only met him that once, like, and it's like he left a stain, you know, it was a big impression, you know. So like he was a legend, a living legend, man, living walking legend. That's really the only way to explain that.
And also, on March 21st of this year, you actually released the album called Reloaded. I have to ask you, what is the inspiration behind that record? And of course, where can our listeners buy or stream themselves a copy?
You can buy or stream our streaming platforms, Apple Music, Amazon Music, anything, our streaming platforms. The actual inspiration from that, KU was hosted by Bebe. So, I just had to pick a bunch of tracks with high energy. So the Reloaded track that's on that mixtape actually is about 3 years old. I just decided to use it because what I called the mixtape. Everything else was brand new. I recorded it in like 3 days. So, like the inspiration though is really just, to bring some energy and let people know like I'm here. I'm not going nowhere.
And do you have like, because I know a lot of individuals, they still enjoy hard copies. Do you still have hard copies for like the old school audience of yours?
I do still have hard copies. I do.
So how does one actually get a copy of get a hard copy? Do they just hit you up via Instagram DM?
You will actually have to get that through me, yes, via DM. You actually have to get
everybody. So if you're watching and you want a hard copy, hit him up directly after this interview. Get him while they're hot.
I answer all messages unless you just somebody constantly sending me OnlyFans links, and I don't answer nothing like that. But I answer all messages of real fans.
And that's good, though, because I got to commend you on that, because I'm not saying all, but there's some individuals that don't even respond back to their fans, man. So I got to give you kudos on that you actually care about your fans.
A lot of these people don't even work their own pages.
That is true. That I got to admit, that is true. I ran into that a lot, especially when I was reaching out for interviews as well. A lot of people, they don't really work their own pages.
Right.
But the one thing I do got to ask you, JunyaBoy, what is next for you, man? Like, is there anything else you want to promote? Anything I happen to miss during this interview that you still want to let our live audience know?
I actually have a country song I feel like I want to drop, and promote, or actually a couple of country songs that I feel like I want to drop right now. But I'm thinking like we finna work on this label compilation, because we got a couple more artists on our label, so we're gonna do like a little label compilation, just to let them know everything we got, and we just gonna keep working, man. It's gonna be some surprises, and it's gonna be some stuff y'all know about, because sometimes I just record a song and the next day I might drop it with a picture on YouTube, so it's going to be some surprises, and it's also going to be some stuff that I can tell y'all about. But it's a lot in the making, man. It's so much in the making, man. It's some stuff that I can't talk about. You know how that go, because
you got to spoon feed them. You know what I mean? You can't give everybody everything all at once. You got to spoon feed them.
Right. Yeah, but it's some certain stuff I'm under gag orders for. I'm gonna meet up with some labels, and it's a whole bunch of stuff going on, man.
And the one thing I do want to ask you, JunyaBoy, so this is the time in the interview right before I wrap things up, that I give a chance for the individual that actually comes on the platform, just a chance to give shout-outs to whomever they want to give shout-outs to. And, of course, if you can, drop your other social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you across all platforms if they're not already doing so.
Okay. First, I'm on Twitter. I'm JunyaBoy Dallas _ Facebook JunyaBoy for my page, and also Facebook my personal page, Junya P for the fee. That's JUNYA space P space FAD FADAFEE, and that's pretty much all my little Instagram and all that, Twitter and everything. But RIP Nipsey, RIP Marley G, shout out Rap A Lot, shout out ETCO, man, shout out Marley G. Shout out Mr. Lee, shout out everybody been rocking with me, man. Shout out LI Radio, you already know what's going on with that. Shout out to the whole Canada and everything rocking with me. Anything that's rocking with me and support me and want me to win, man, shout out to everything, because I don't want to miss nobody,
And I do want to say, Junior, quickly, man, thank you so much for coming on my platform, providing us a little bit of your time. It was an absolute honor, and I have to say, man, I've really been enjoying your music, and I can't wait for when you drop that country record. I'm not a country fan, but I most definitely will listen to it, man, because it is JunyaBoy, and I'm going to support it.
Hey, even if you're not a country fan, though, like I got a couple of country songs. It's one of my country songs that, like, even if you're not a country fan, you gotta feel it.
Oh man, the type of country I don't like is kind of like Alan Jackson type thing. You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure if JunyaBoy is on the track, easily.
I got one that's more on like a Luke Bryan type feel.
Okay, I can definitely do that. A little like, you know, head bumping, like, leg going a little bit.
One of my favorite country singers right there, Luke Bryan. So, you know, like.
I like Luke Bryan. I like that song "Drink a Beer," man. You know, that song is actually really good.
Right. Well, I got a few favorite. My favorite country song, period, is "Whiskey Lullaby." So
that's a good song, man. My favorite of all time is probably "Check Yes or No" with George Strait.
George Strait, right.
But I want to say, JunyaBoy, I won't keep you, man. I know you're having some family time, man. But I do want to say thank you so much again, and hopefully down the road we can do this again.
For sure. We can work it out. You know, just hit me up.
Hey, most definitely, man. Have yourself a wonderful night, and thank you so much.
All right, for sure.